Alright, here's hoping that I am even just a little bit audible. Yes, I'm Steve. I am streaming for the first time in, dear God, must be like 8, 9 years. Let's hope we can get this to work properly.
They have taken you from the Imperial City's prison, first by carriage and now by boat. To the east, to Morrowind. Fear not, for I am watchful. You have been chosen.
Wake up. We're here. Why are you shaking? Are you okay? Wake up. Stand up. There you go. You were dreaming. What's your name?
Alright. What is my name? Well, we're gonna be going with Diomedes.
Well, not even last night's storm could wake you. I heard them say we've reached Morrowind. I'm sure they'll let us go.
Well, it's a nice theory, but it's just not gonna pan out. This is a prison simulator.
Quiet. Here comes the guard.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
Okay, congratulations, Sack.
You better do what they say.
Oh. Hey, it looks like my first viewer, Miss Enya Shade, has found me.
Get yourself up on deck and let's keep this as civil as possible.
Well, what if I don't want to? Hello.
The sooner you leave, the sooner we can move on.
This is where they want you. Head down to the dock and I'll show you to the census office.
Okay.
You finally arrived, but our records don't show from where.
Well, I am from Belgium. What do they look like in Belgium? Let's go with that.
Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in. Follow me up to the office and they'll finish your release.
Yes, fucking manlet guards. Oh, I was standing on the plank. Feel free to write something in the chat just so I can see if anything's,
Head on in.
There will be no jugglers, no.
Ah, yes, we've been expecting you. You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released. There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
There will be no jugglers. Oh, what the hell. Let's see. Juggling's not physically possible, so obviously that's magic. They are enchanting, destructive, not athletic. They do use their hands a fair bit. Yeah, acrobatics, why not? Blunt weapons. Well, balls are kind of blunt, aren't they? Let's see, illusion. They block my advances, and we'll just leave the rest there. It's all about luck and agility.
Very good. The letter that preceded you mentioned you were born under a certain sign. And what would that be?
I'm a Capricorn. Oh. I'm a serpent.
Interesting. Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
Yeah, this class is totally viable, guys. Let's not worry about it. And yeah, the laws of physics do not allow.
Show
for
your
jugglers.
papers to the captain when you exit to get your release fee.
Fucking hell. So there's like this little trick you do in Morrowind. I'm gonna show it to you. See this platter? No, you don't.
Think you're doing?
I'm gonna drop it. What are you doing? We'll let your actions go for now, but once you're released, stuff like that will get you arrested again. Okay, I don't know about the sound level, so you guys will have to clue me in every once in a while. Let's see if I can get that chat a little more visible for myself. Because that would help. Game sounds a bit low. Huh. Okay, that's... what can I do about that? I can turn down my microphone. Oh. Well, that's a bit of an issue. Because they're all the way up, these two. Is there any way for you to turn up the stream, perhaps? Let's see what we can do. Your stream is on max. Well, that leaves me with no option but the nuclear one. It says I can boost the volume, perhaps. I don't know how great that's gonna be, but try to go up by 5. Oops. Let's see. Haven't done this in bloody years, so let's keep the game sort of like this. Regarding the voices in the game, very little dialogue is actually voiced, so yeah. Now, the thing about this platter here, the trick to it, if you steal something and put it on the ground, they will not understand that the thing you put on the ground was the thing you stole. So now I can just take that very expensive platter.
Continue through to the next building and talk to SterlingSteve.
This is all normal. Nothing to see here. This is just, you know, my release fee, as I like to call it. And yeah, I have modded this game fairly extensively. Things like the, usually you have to open a container like this for everything. But there's a mod for the script extender that lets you simply steal or pluck flowers, what have you. Just like in Fallout 4. Some people, they deck themselves out with mods for like, how do I put it? Sort of animations for containers, so that, you know, you want to open the basket, well, you have to watch an animation of the basket being opened. And to me, that's just like, yeah, that's adorable and whatnot. Ah yes, housekeeping. Oh cool, I can pop out the chat. That's what I want to do in my life. That would allow me to actually read it. Yeah, my laptop is absolutely shit-tastic, so I'm gonna have to... Oh great, yeah, it's chugging with fucking 1080p video. So, I'm just gonna pause the stream and hope it never starts up again. Okay, by pausing the stream, computer, you are supposed to pause the stream. I don't want it maximized, I don't want the stream starting up. All I want is the chat, why is this hard? Right. Moving on. There's a bedroll here, and there's some interesting bit of code in the video game here. Because, if you go to sleep anywhere, Dark Brotherhood assassins come to kill you. That's on account of some terrible coding by Bethesda, what a surprise. And essentially, what's going on there is you're supposed to be pulled into the, wow, the chat's still fucking loading. My laptop is the best of all time. Any day now I'll be allowed to read it. Oh, but in the meantime I could show you how to pick a lock. This game's lock-picking minigame is awesome. Check it out. Excuse me. Okay, I was expecting that to take a lot more time. But yeah, you have to fire the fucking lockpick at a lock. Ooh, the engraved ring of healing.
Your papers, please.
I believe that's Shade's line. Blah blah blah, Morrowind duties, etc. Package for so-and-so. This package came with the news of your arrival. You're to take it to Caius Cassard's in the town of Balmora. Go to the South Wall Corner Club and ask for Caius Cassard's. They'll know where to find him. Serve him as you would serve the Emperor himself. I also have a letter for you and a dispersal to your name. Alright, he's telling... Basically, that's bureaucratic for fuck off. So we'll indulge him. And yeah, so a thing that happens on the Bethesda, or the subreddit rather, for this game. Hang on, people are messaging me. Hang on guys, I gotta do some good old advertisement. Yeah, I don't really like the mini games at all. We will soon be joined by Crowley, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, the first question that you will see on the Bethesda, the Morrowind subreddit is gonna be, I've just gotten out of the tutorial. What am I supposed to do? So, hello Crowley. So, people ask, what am I supposed to do in Morrowind? The game never makes it clear. Well, before you leave this room, you have to ask that guy what you're supposed to do, and he'll tell you to find Caius Cassard's and bring him the package. You open your journal, which you were told to do, and it'll tell you to go to, Balmora to report to Caius Cassard's and give him the package. You have been given an item. Directions to Caius Cassard's telling you that you are supposed to deliver the package to Caius Cassard's in Balmora and gives you explicit directions. And people still write every single day to the subreddit, what am I supposed to do? I'm not bitter. Oh, and this is my totally legit, actual, definitely gonna finish the game with this character class. Diomede is the racist juggler orc. Definitely gonna do this. Well, there is actually an interesting path where you could basically skip the, almost all of the fucking main quest, and it requires you to commit multiple counts of dayside and whatnot, but we won't be doing that. So, essentially, yeah, just to show a few of the things that I've done here with the game, this is the improved interface mod. And it tells you not only, you know, conversation topics, all of those would be gold normally, but the mod is very nice to show you, highlight both, you know, unique things to this character, like his ring. Guard stole his ring. I have now given it back to him, and his friend Ariel runs the trade house. Go see him, he'll be happy to see you now. And yeah, this is, alright, I was asking Shade about that, but, yeah, I guess I'll do this. Actually, I just realized something. Yeah, okay, now I see. It's way easier to do it here. I put it down by 5, and if you guys want me to increase it relative to that, let me know. Hopefully this will work out. You can see Ariel here. He has 80 out of 100. Normally that would be closer to 40, but because we gave the ring to Fargoth and whatnot, that increases our relations with every one of his friends, which is just a real... This system that the game takes time to teach you is effectively not really used in the game at all. I know. So, just to get us out on this adventure, I'm going to load a save I did with the real Diomedes. So this is my real character, this guy, Diomedes, and my character is slightly less shitposty. Let's see. I have not cheated in any way, but it is definitely possible to get this particular loadout. Although you kind of have to know what you're doing. I have scarcely left Balmora, and let me see. Ah yes, I found a corpse out in the wilderness, and basically that's the tax collector. Let's have a look at this. The mythical Diomedes. Yeah, he probably was an interesting guy. So we can see a couple of interesting things here. The tax collector was murdered, left out in the wilderness, but the money was still on him. So, what's going on there? Well, Ariel paid his taxes, and this guy has also paid his taxes, 200 drakes. That's probably the last guy. Yeah. Foreign Gilnith, 225 drakes. That's an interesting amount of money, because that's where Ariel lives. And this is where Foreign lives. This guy. So does this guy look like he has like half the money that Ariel does? Probably not. Let's see. So I'm going to do what I have, you know, would otherwise have sworn never to do, which is I'm gonna tattle on him. I'm gonna ring up the popo. Oh well.
Yes, friend.
Murdered? What a waste. Priscilla's was a good man. I had been wondering why we hadn't heard from him in a few days. Still, these are dangerous times we live in, and these sorts of things will happen. Did you happen to find the tax money he'd collected? I'd hate to be so callous, but I do have a job to do. Yes, I found the money on him. You did? How odd that he was murdered but not robbed. Your honesty is appreciated, I could tell you that. I won't forget this, Diomedes. In fact, if you're looking for some money for yourself, I'd like to see the murderer of processors punished. Killing an emperor's tax collector is punishable by death. Find this murderer, bring him to justice, and the Census and Excise Office will pay you 500 septims and give you a new car. I think we can do that. Intelligent and level-headed. Oh man, I completely misnamed this guy. Oh well. Kill the tax collectors and take your money for yourself. Shade, that would be a crime. And I only do crime if I can get away with it. So, let's see. We'll ask this guy. Hey, what happened to the tax collector? Someone finally got to him, huh? Well, it's no surprise, I suppose. No one likes a tax collector, especially one who flaunts his wealth while taking our hard-earned cash. The only one who could stomach him at all was Xavier over at the lighthouse. The two of them spent some time together, if you know what I mean. Shame, really. She seemed like a nice woman.
Go ahead, Steve.
Why are you saying that in the past tense? She still lives there. She's not dead.
Anytime.
I'm not particularly enjoying the chat room's revenue plan, but you know, feel free to try that one in your own saves.
My time is precious, so make it quick.
Hello. Your boyfriend was murdered, and I found his corpse and played with his insides. Processors murdered? No, tell me it's not so. He was the gentlest man I've ever met. He and I had become so close over the past few months, ... if you know what I mean. I don't know what I will do without him. I've only seen him angry once or twice, and then he never raised a hand to anyone. This is so sad. Seen him angry, you say? Well, not even angry, I suppose. I saw him arguing with foreign Gilnith about his taxes. He thought processors had been levying too much and skimming off the top for himself. Ridiculous. Processors wouldn't have done such a thing, I'm sure of it. Please find out what happened, friend, and if you find out what became of Processor's ring, it would ease my heart. Yeah, there you go. Terrible that my boyfriend got killed, but anyway, please murder whoever murdered him and bring me his rock and bling. So then we check again, foreign Gilnith is the guy that the tax collector had been feuding with, and I can see why, because, like I pointed out before, you don't live in, you know, Palais de Swamp Shack and pay half the taxes of the guy in that house without there being some naughty business afoot. Big shooter boys with big shooters. Yes, they will handle this taxation problem, no doubt. Orcs are well known for being good with taxes. Right, what did I spec this guy with? What is his weapon? Oh dear. Well, I have an iron dagger and short blade skill to match. Hello, do you know anything about taxes? I'm looking for tax collectors. And he wants me to kill him, that's not nice. Let's just save. That fetcher, you're damn right I did him in, and a good thing too. He was skimming a load of money from all us honest people. Overcharging us on our taxes and keeping the difference for himself. He was always flaunting his money around, showing off his new clothes, jewels, so I killed the bastard and left his body out there to rot with all this ill-begotten gold still on him. Yeah, but people are paying me to avenge him, so... Spear is a major skill, yes. If you know what I mean. Anyway. Sorry, that is no excuse for murder, and your punishment has been decided. You're one of them, huh? Come to kill me? Well, give it your best shot, Dark Elf. I've no problem spilling more of the blood of the Emperor's lackeys. Rude.
Stop!
This dagger is not as hard-hitting as I would have liked. Hang on, I need a breather. So yeah, if you're knocked out, effectively what happens is you go down for the count, and only then are people with their fists actually able to deal damage to you. But if you just go outside and wait around for a little bit, then you can kind of cheese it. And early on, cheese is basically what's going to be keeping you alive. Yeah, Crowley, that's good instincts. Yeah, spear and short blade, that tends to be, I can explain it, I really can, but I think you probably know exactly what I'm going for there. Basically, to increase attributes are linked to skills, and the spear skill will allow you to increase endurance, which determines how much health you get, so you want to get that up as quickly as possible. And speed is vital because, well, let me demonstrate to you. This is walking speed.
Speak, traveler.
And this is with me with an empty inventory, so that's quite bad.
Speak, traveler.
Lady, you don't want to speak to me. I'm a weirdo. I'm on Twitch, you wouldn't understand. Alright, round 2. Oh, and for the Emperor. Alright. See what he has here. Don't worry, guys, I'm just, you know, this is just back taxes. I'm collecting back taxes in spoons and napkins and jewelry. Jewelry's not so bad. Kind of an interesting thing about skill books that I didn't learn about this game until I actually basically finished it, is skill books will often actually involve characters that are actually alive in the game that you can talk to, and skill books will often be pointing you towards the master trainer in whatever skill that the book actually deals with. Yeah, hand to hand I don't really find all that useful, although I do, you know, occasionally train it just for getting them sick multipliers for when you want to increase attributes. Yeah, that's tragic. I mean, you'd think if he read the book that he would be getting rich quick, but alas.
Make it quick, Outlander.
I just murdered someone. Here's the knife I used. I definitely know how to talk to people. I'm not a weirdo. Definitely.
What's this about?
I avenged the tax collector. You'll be bankrupt soon. And yeah, sort of an element of this game that I disliked. The soundtrack in total is 24.5 minutes long. It's pretty bad. So I added like all of the Elder Scrolls Online stuff as well. Hey no, Shade. It's not a crime. I'm on a mission from God and the government. You know, the government made me do it. I heard you'd been asking around about his murder. I'm glad to see this matter brought to its completion. Here's your reward, Diomedes. Good to see there are still some citizens who understand their loyalty to our Emperor. fuck you, Urgala. I'm not loyal to the Emperor. I'm loyal to the 500 gold you paid me.
So hard.
Quite. Here's this note I saw earlier. Riskar, don't think I've forgotten our wager. I want this dagger sharp as a scamp's claw by morning. Gan Seal. Is that the guard in there? Yes, it is. Yeah, just shame that the dagger disappeared. I wouldn't know where to find it. Never abused. Nope, not once. Not ever. Well, maybe that one time. You know. Let's see. Little advice. New here? Take the Silstrider to Vivek or Balmora. Fast and cheap, no trouble with wild animals and smugglers and bandits and outlaws and dead tax collectors. Go see Davarm Liran over at the Strider port, over the bridge and east along the water, and tell her Vodunia's Nooches sent you. They must have had like a list of these shitposting names. Right, that's me. If you decide to take the Silstrider, tell Davarm Liran that I sent you. I will do that. However...
I suppose it is my duty to help those less fortunate
Guys,
than
could you
myself.
not block my path on the fucking bridge? Thank you. Yeah, the smallest draw distance. The tree that I'm looking at right now, that would be basically the maximum draw distance, if I remember correctly. I haven't played the game without mods for quite some time. And basically I think the... Oh, actually, we can check it in game. Oops. Let's open this. I have my distant terrain set to 10 tiles. So basically, this is 3, so... You know, if the terrain was flat, I would be able to see Balmora from where I'm standing. Well, I'm going this direction for a reason, and it's not to find a Silstrider. Oh no. I'm just going over here to mind my own business. Well then, let's look at this. There's his journal, and yeah, sure, we'll just, you know, I'll bring them to the tax collector. Let's see what he had here. Scroll of Icarian Flight, referencing Icarus. Fortify acrobatics for 1,000 points for 7 seconds. Okay, that, yeah. I believe I may have found the correct formula for the spell I am developing. With it, I will be able to travel great distances without the need to pay others for the service. If all goes well, I will test out the new spell tomorrow. I believe I've worked out all the possible complications. It'll allow me to leap great distances, covering many hundreds of miles. Never before has one been able to travel in this manner, vaulting from the ground, sailing through the sky, all without that terrible disorientation of a spell of flying. The time is almost upon me. My research is finished, and all of my calculations are checked and rechecked. They laughed at me when I suggested this. We'll see who laughs after I leap to the top of their towers and scream out my success that I got from trusting gravity. Should have worked on a landing system, huh, Tar Heel? Yeah, I'm gonna leave him there too. Fuck him. But hey, let's do this. I mean, it's not like this has backfired for others. And now you get to see my draw distance. Oh, fuck me. I may not have thought this plan through. I guess we'll have to load our save. There is actually a way you can land with these things. Like, if you use a second one just before the landing, you will not take any damage, as I recall. But yeah, those scrolls are, let's just say that's a fan favorite from this game. Right, so what was I doing? I was going to Balmora. But there's one more magical item that we need to go get first. My apologies, this is going to take a little while. But now you can see why people... This is the second thing about this game that people like to complain about. The run speed is so slow. And my character actually... Yeah, it's not the fall that kills, it's when you stop falling that you die. And yeah, amongst some other mods I used, I've installed mods for making the wildlife a bit more passive, which means that, at the very least, the cliff racers that are not blighted. Well, yeah, there's also that. As Crowley points out in chat, the boots of blinding speed are an easy acquisition.
Why walk when you can ride?
Sex. Sorry. Don't know what came over me. Momentary madness. Odunia's Nucha sent me. Oh yes, he steers business my way, and I do him a little favor now and then, if you know what I mean. Poor fellow, I don't think he's very happy here on Vardenfell. Oh really? I'm going to tell him you said that. I'm not sure that's legal.
What's this about?
Yeah, I wish to report a crime. People in my chat room are getting horny. Yes, Fargoth is enthusiastic about the breeding plan. Why wouldn't he be, though?
Yes.
Not happy here? In fact, no, I'm not. If I had 100 drakes, I'd be the next boat to Narses. I came here to make my fortune, and all I've got is this cursed ring. Say, would you give me 100 drakes for it? The ring itself is worth more than that, but the enchantment is cursed, and no one will buy it from me. Has a nifty little enchantment that lets you run faster. Problem is, it sucks the blood right out of you every time you use it. Please, you'd be doing me a real favor. Here you go. Thank you, you're a lifesaver. I'll grab the next boat out of here. Thanks again, and I hope your luck here is better than mine was. I haven't left the starting town, and I have over 2 grand. You're a fucking underachievement, or underachiever. Have fun staying poor. Right. No, that's not permitted. I checked the law repeatedly myself today, just in case. Just in case. So, let's see what we have to work with here. Hang on, what? Oh, okay. Yeah, another thing I did was do a thing where it's like if you trade a lot with someone, hey, Shade, I didn't borrow that money, I earned it, I'll have you know. So the optimal way to sell things in this game is to sell them one at a time. Yes, I will be doing this. Well, actually, I have enough that I can just sell all this junk, because it doesn't earn you nearly as much money as you can see, but this is just going to be the clutter. He's not playing optimally, someone get him. Common pants, common this, that, and the other. Common belt. quote-unquote favors. It's called questing. I'll have you know. Fuck you. It's worth more than what you want to pay for it. This guy's an asshole. Incidentally, another thing that my mods have fixed is in standard Morrowind, whenever you sell something to a businessman, they will immediately equip it, which resulted in a number of people in my playthroughs just being dressed in Dark Brotherhood armor. Got a little bit unnerving. Oh. He cannot afford this transaction. We'll wait 24 hours and not give up our spot in the line. Because I'm an asshole like that. Spark sword, will we need that? We might. The hat we'll obviously be wearing for the rest of the game. And the soul gems will be... Well, don't sell those. You can soul trap things and they'll be worth a bit more. Right. Now can we leave? Actually, no. Because we still need to give that ring back to his widow. So a bit of a thing that is interesting about this game is there's the package for Kaya's Gazans. It's actually, I want to be absolutely sure. Yes. Package for Kaya's Gazans. It's coded and sealed. So yeah, and if the thing is, if it has been opened, he can tell. So we won't be doing that. The Nigerian prince. I don't think he has ever sent me packages. I'm just being left out, I guess.
Speak, traveler.
Oh, you found the ring I gave him. Thank you so much, Diomedes. It's good to have something to remember him by, although I'll never see him again. I don't think I dismantled his corpse, so you can still go out and look at it. It's in the swamp. Here, take this. He usually traveled with a couple when he was doing his job, but he didn't this last time. If only he had. So yeah, we get some restore health potions. Guys, Crowley's harassing me again. Yeah, it'll be fine. Right. Now we can set out on our adventure.
Speak, traveler.
Yeah, the $5.5 million. They'll be paid out any time now. Or so I've been told. And yeah, a couple of things I skipped over in this is... Oh. Oh, right. That's a good thing I saw these. Shopkeepers in this game, they will not do business with you if you have, like, drugs on you.
To what do I owe the pleasure, Dudley?
Let's see. Skooma, that is hardcore drugs, and moon sugar is, well, if you refine skooma, if you refine moon sugar, you get skooma.
Can we hurry this along?
Wow, we're seeing fog. It's a bit nicer fog than the game otherwise had. Now we could use the, can't sell rat poison as drugs. Well, not in this game. You don't have rat poison in this game. That wasn't invented until the 1800s. I'm sure there is, because, you know, you gotta have games that teach kids how to make money. Yes, the vaunted hitman. I'm still curious as to, you know, he charges $300,000 per hit. What does he spend it on? Because, like, he got out of Catholicism, so surely he's, like, spending it on something else now. And over here we have a scrib. So the thing about Morrowind is, you wouldn't think this thing is threatening, but it has a paralysis spell. And paralysis is, well, probably the most dangerous spell out there. Another thing about this game that most people find baffling is, you guys will have to tell me if the thunder is too much of a nuisance. But fatigue, or stamina, whatever you call it, impacts pretty much everything, so there is actually an incentive to not be running all the time. Just like IRL. Alright, thank you, Crowley. Trying to remember now. Well, this is troublesome, isn't it? Incidentally, getting text written onto the signs, that's another mod. All of the signposts in the original game basically had the same texture, and then you would have to get a pop-out box telling you what the sign said. Which, you know, for a game that came out in 2002, I guess system resources were a bit more limited at that point. Yep, I definitely took the wrong way here, but it totally succeeded anyway. Over here we have something about Morrowind that's a bit peculiar, but I will show it nonetheless. An egg mine. Basically the diet of, you know, the Dark Elves revolves a lot about these gigantic eggs that are laid by the Quama-type creatures. Essentially, those little worms that you saw me fight, that's a Quama forager, and they have like an entire little ecosystem, I want to call it. It kind of makes sense, in a sense. The the terrain in Morrowind is not really all that flat, so it wouldn't be all that great for agriculture. But if you could, like, mine all your food, well, then you would be doing well enough. Realistic physical simulation. I suppose it is kind of an improvement on the stuff we saw in Daggerfall, with everything being 2D and static. I'm not sure if I have the chat working. You know, it's quite bizarre with this. Like, my laptop is really that shitty that it struggles to just run the chat, for crying out loud. Yeah, if you ate eggs for every meal, then you would not be doing so great. But this is the Middle Ages, so kind of.
Don't stand about. Get moving.
Or what? Do you want to pass by me then, lady? No? Let's see. We don't need to oh, I remember what I need to do. Ravir is the man. Yeah, there's actually, supposedly there's like a, there's essentially just a thing you can do in...
Sweet moon sugar.
Yes, all Khajiit will buy moon sugar because they're drug addicts. But yeah, there's reportedly a single value that you can change in the initial... in the settings for Morrowind. You'd have to edit like a text file, but effectively that would put the transportation map on your in-game map. Haven't tried it out myself, but that's what I've been told. Ravir knows why you are here. You want to buy Ravir's famous Daedric weapons. Oh yes, we're getting Daedric weapons right off the bat. What? You say these are not Daedric weapons? No, you're right, but Ravir's no liar. When you wish it, Ravir's fiend, demon, and devil weapons will be as sharp as Daedric and as light as a Netch's air sack. The magic lasts a short time, but long enough to punch through the toughest armor. Ravir buys them directly from the Telvanni. You'll not find any cheaper in all Valmora. He's right about that. So, what the hell is he on about? Well, these are... let's see... basically what they do is, they have an enchantment that lets you spawn a bound weapon for a limited time. The bound weapon will be of Daedric quality, and the thing... excuse me. Yeah, imagine that. But yeah, the thing that first of all, I dismissed these weapons as useless, because I was like, but I'd have to recharge them all the time. That's no fun. Later on, I realized something. In this game, enchanted items, they recharge their mana pool at a constant rate. So you can just wait, and they'll recharge, and you'll have more Daedric weapon. So especially early on, these things are fucking amazing. 16 times the Daedric. Let's see. For 60 seconds, bound dagger. I'm gonna... okay, 125 for that. That's a bargain. Actually, we'll buy this from him first, and then... What else does he have? Devil's Spear. And would also be useful. I actually know of a way. Yeah, the recharge rate is definitely 69. Need something. I've got like the steel thermos with a bunch of ice cubes in it. Definitely good for a stream like this. So yeah, I'm gonna buy the spear as well. There's actually a way to get genuine Daedric weapons. Pretty much, I could go do it immediately if I wanted to. But the thing about those is, they would weigh a shit ton. Unlike these. And it would also cost a hell of a lot of money to repair them. So these are actually better than Daedric for my character right now. Right. Let us sell drugs. Sell the skooma. You know, that's my problem with heroin. These junkies could just take it or leave it. Like, they are fierce fucking negotiators. Quit being a good negotiator, damn it. There, buy some mushrooms while you're at it. It'll slightly boost the disposition. We can sell the dagger. We did not have a spear, that's alright. I just find it slightly, okay.
Welcome.
Chat is confused,
This
so
one
I...
will buy from us.
You know, dude, you can stop there. Your people have your heads in the gutter. I just want to sell drugs to cats. What's so weird about this? Is there no decency? Is nothing sacred anymore? Let's see, cursed ring. Damage 10 health. I have 50 in total, so that's quite bad. And yeah, that's quite the hammer this guy uses. Normally you would never see their weapons, but the that's another of the mods. I also use a mod for basically, I think either double or quadruple the size of the, or the resolution of the textures. And it really brings out a lot of detail. Because otherwise, like, for instance, the compression of the textures was so bad that the gold coins were largely green. Now, I don't know about you, but I haven't seen much green gold myself. Do you like my style of movement? I call it the Bishop. Well, I'll do my best to steer you in the right direction. But yeah, essentially what I'm... Oh, I just realized something. So our mission is to find Caius Cassades, and our instructions were that we could ask for him at the Southwall Corner Club. So let's go do that.
Oh. Come on then, say something or move on.
Wow, this You can tell the service industry is in dire straits in Morrowind. Well, if you ask me, Morrowind is the more interesting game. Just for the fact that the sort of world building they have in it is unrivaled in later Bethesda writing. Caius Cassads, that old sugar tooth. I'm not sure where he's living now, but ask Bacula Cloches, the owner. He'll know. No, this is clearly Carolabith. Get it right. Arathor. Sugar lips. Whenever I go on OnlyFans, that's gonna be my username.
First we greet, then we do business.
Alright. Only he stands there.
This scent is new.
He's being creepy. That is what happened.
What's this regarding?
That's... Wow. That's quite the outfit for a fucking bartender in a scummy bar. Oh wait, Fane Rio, you're not the owner. So he really is just the bartender, and he wears like silk. Bacula Cloches. I am the owner and proprietor of the South Wall. Yes, this is the South Wall. Old Caius rents a little bed and basket just up the hill from the north edge of town. Get out the front door, not the upper door to the terrace. Then right up the stairs, then left at the top of the stairs down to the end of the street. That's confusing, people will say. It's that place. People complain that it's confusing, but it's literally that easy.
Yes.
So, you're not upset that I'm barging into your, like, apartment? You know, this is quite small even for, like, a studio apartment. Yes, I'm Caius Cassads. But what do you mean you were told to report to Caius Cassads? What are you talking about? I'm just an old man with a skooma problem. So, you say your name is Diomedes, and you've been told to report to me and deliver a package. Perhaps you'll let me look at it? Yes, please look at my package. Yes, very interesting. So, it says here that the Emperor wants to make you a novice in the Blades, and that means you'll be following my orders. Are you ready to follow my orders, Diomedes? Yes. Good. Welcome to the service, Novice Diomedes. Now you belong to the Blades, where the Emperor's eyes and ears in the provinces. You can use my bed if you need a rest, but leave my personal stuff alone unless I say otherwise. If you like, you can improve your modest skills with our Blades trainers now, or if you're in a hurry, I can give you orders right away. But don't forget to visit the Blades trainers. You don't need to visit the Blades trainers. First thing, Pilgrim, you're new, and you looking. Here's 200 drakes. Go get yourself a decent weapon or armor. Way fucking ahead of you there. Or a spell. And second thing, you need a cover identity. Around here, freelance adventurer is a common profession. Sign on to the Fighters Guild, a Mages Guild, or Imperial Cult, or Imperial Legion. Advance in the ranks. Gain skill and experience. Work on your own. Look for freelance work or trouble. Then, when you're ready, come back. I'll have orders for you. Chat is not approving of my association with this man. You people just don't understand our love and connection. So, he doesn't make this explicit, so I'll try to make it explicit. Essentially what he does here is basically say, the check he makes is whether or not you are level 3. That's the only thing he checks for. If you are level 3 or above, he will not give you the 200 drakes. So be warned. Okay, he had a little accident with his chair. He had a bucket next to it. Well, he has a good skooma pipe at least. You might be curious about the quality on here. If you are in a pinch, you can actually use... Please don't do that again. If you're in a pinch, you can use the good skooma pipe as alchemy equipment. War of the First Council. Incidentally, a thing about the beds in this game, if you play the game not modded, the game will not tell you if a bed is owned, and if you attempt to sleep in a bed that's owned, people will immediately, like, pull out weapons and try to murder you. You'll be expelled from the guilds you are in, and effectively people have a little bit of an overreaction. So, first day's work, we have 3 grand and a bunch of magical weapons. And I guess we should just have the spear. Bit of a scummy move, yeah. This is one of those games where effectively what happened was several months before release, Bethesda realized we don't have any money anymore. That became a bit of a stumbling block. But the game is sold really well, and it's the reason that there's a Bethesda company at all. So, he told us to... Yeah, all for sleeping in the wrong bed. It's similar to, like... I remember a particular incident, I want to call it, playing a DLC to Fallout 4. And effectively what happens is I accidentally picked up a fork.
If I can help, I will, but don't take too much time.
So are those, like... Oh, never mind. Effectively what happens is I pick up a fork or something, and it's, everyone in the town immediately, instantly knew what I'd done, and tried to murder me for it, even though I had basically finished the entire questline there, and I was the reason that the town was not, you know, had gotten eaten by Mirelurks or something. Yeah, I kind of wish they would release that, but then again, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe they would take Morrowind off the market. You could only, like, now it's a live service. You gotta buy in-game currency in order to play it. We're gonna join the Mages Guild, by the way. Will you take the Mage's Oath and join the guild? What is the oath? Perform any duties assigned to you by the masters of the guild. Learn from them and grow strong. Always share your knowledge freely with other guild members. Never strike or steal from another guild member. Does this appeal to you? Not really, but I need to join. You're now a member of the Mages Guild. Welcome, associate. When you are ready, you can ask for duties to perform. And once you are ready, you can ask me about advancement in the guild. Duties. I don't have any duties for an associate. Speak to me again when you have proven yourself. In the meantime, speak with Ajira. I believe she may have some small tasks for you. Great. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend Fallout 4. And I say that as someone who's played it like all the way through like 2 or 3 times. Alright, I'm just gonna see this orc. We're just gonna talk to her. I cannot think with all these interruptions. Please leave me alone. What, are you deaf? No interruptions. I can't think. Hey, Overseer. I think Shade will understand that one, but the rest of you will not.
Good to see you. Do you need my services? What was I thinking?
Oh wow, that's... I'm not used to flirting this bad. So, this is a guild guide. I don't think they say it explicitly, but basically she'll teleport you around the map to various other mages guilds. And that's quite useful, especially since it's instantaneous. Over here we have...
It needs potions?
Ajira. Just gonna save. What brings you to Ajira's shop? Do you want duties from Ajira? Do you want the local brews, or help in a fight? Some Telvanni, bug musk, or a way to reach high places? Oh, we have a way to reach high places. I don't know if she's on about weed or, you know, jumping things, but because I have jumping things. We want duties. Ajira has duties for you. Before Ajira can be a journeyman in the Mages Guild, Ajira must study local mushrooms. To finish Ajira's report, Ajira needs samples of Luminous Rusula, Violet Coprinus, Bungler's Bane, and Hyperphagia, or Hyperphagia. Ajira knows you can find all these on the Bitter Coast. The easiest way to go south along the River Oda until you see a wooden bridge across the river. Yada yada yada. That shouldn't be difficult. I even know a shortcut. Hey baby, wanna see my spear?
Quick, Outlander.
Okay, that's not the response I was looking for. Resentful acquiescence. Incidentally, if you haven't played Morrowind, there's the other fast travel method. That's... you literally just ride around the country in that. What does she tend to do? Well, she writes a report. Having read the report, I am preemptively not bitter. Because, like, in that report she'll say, oh man, I worked really hard on this report. I had to go and personally collect all the mushrooms with no help from anyone. Basically, never trust a Khajiit, they're full of shit. Oh, hang on, I need to rest. Of course it's empty, why wouldn't it be? So, those experienced amongst you would have expected me to get attacked by the Dark Brotherhood there. Because they legitimately will start attacking you at level 1. And Bethesda had to hardcode no Brotherhood attacks if you sleep in the census office. Because they realized in testing that the Dark Brotherhood were murdering people before people were out of the tutorial. Good coding, Bethesda. Great job. So I installed a mod that was called Expansion Delay, because Basically, the reason that the Dark Brotherhood is sent after you is that you become politically powerful at some point, right? And it's just like, I have just been released from prison, I have no job and no relatives and no connections. And politically powerful people are sending assassins after me immediately after that? That don't make a lot of sense. You can probably tell I've played this game more than once. I have finished it more than once, and to put it mildly, I think I may have overdone this game. Steve, why aren't you hitting? Because I attacked this guy with 0 stamina. Because I'm a doofus. But yeah, one of the ways I know that I've overdone the, oh, this is Laode, or however you want to pronounce that. Small fishing village. Yeah, one of the ways I know I've played this game too much is that I know a fair, like, I remember the various plant life in it quite well. Let's try using this devil spear. I guess that could have been the tracksuit. And yeah, this is what a Daedric spear looks like. Basically, a bound weapon in this game is always going to be a Daedric one. I think that's the same in later games. But in later games, the weapons don't look exactly like a Daedric weapon, and I just realized... What the hell is that? It's... just the face on the, like, bottom of the spear portion, like, why? This game drives me nuts sometimes. Alright, over there we have, like, a bandit. What do I mean by bandit? Well, he's literally going to try to murder us for money. And sadly, I don't have any money. I just don't have 5 gold pieces to give him. It's tragic. That's the economy, though, isn't it? It's not my fault.
Say your piece or stand aside.
Greetings. Take care while in these parts. There are murderous outlaws about. No telling what might happen to the unwary traveler. You're looking at someone with a Daedric spear. Murderous outlaws. Indeed, like me. You'll be giving me 100 septims now, if you want to live through the day. Either way you choose is fine with mine.
You will die where you stand.
Oh. Yeah, he's, I can hit hard, but so can he.
Say your piece or stand aside. It'll be your blood here, not mine.
There we go. Nordic battle axe. Steal your stuff and leave your corpse to decorate. Well, the official name is the Septims, but people also call them Drakes. kind of prefer the whole, like, how do I put it? I think it was in Kingdom Hearts where they referred to money as money, spelling it M-U-N-N-Y, money. This is the stuff I collected before. Let's see, we have one type of mushroom already. We need to find the other couple of mushroom types that we're gonna need. I see some. Moon Remix RPG. The currency is called Yenum. Yenum. Sounds like fake drugs. Hypophagia. Okay. That was... Oh, in this game, this is one of the items you can get to recover health with. Marshmallow. It's literally cane sugar. You use cane sugar to recover health. Just don't let my dentist see me do that. Alright, let's see. Consumables. Ingredients. Alright, does it make for good cane? I wouldn't know, I don't need a cane. Unlike certain royalty who are reportedly dying at the moment. Mentioning no names. Violet Corprinus. And then the other one would be Luminous Ursula. I think that's the one. Yes. I know the plants, I know what they're called, I know what they do, and I know what it's like to have a female company, I swear. Somehow my alchemy skill still sucks. I don't know about that. Like, 35, that's not so bad. Incidentally, the way you can, like, do exploits in this game is kind of ridiculous. Effectively, alchemy just scales off of your intelligence. So if you make 1,000,000 fortify intelligence potions and chug them all, they will stack. And, you know, you might only have super intelligence for like a fraction of a second, but you can still brew like 50,000 gallons of potion for whatever purposes you may have. And then those potions will be, well, quite valuable and quite powerful. Okay, let's see. We have Phasia, Bane, Violet, and Luminous. That's our entire checklist. Incidentally, here's a thing you can do in this game. Most people don't, you know, find out about it, but you can literally pin the local map. And you know, if you're lost in something where you're not sure what you've checked out already, this is an option. Yeah, that's a very rude thing to do. I wouldn't want to associate with people who did that to me. Luckily, I would never entrust them with my precious, precious Morrowind save. Yep, that was Seth that mentioned that. So I recall Corkball Root is either good for health or it is for... I forget. What was it? Corkball. Yeah, restore health. So, whatever the fuck this thing is, well, you mix, let's call it pineapple and cane sugar, and you get health potion. So I guess the real problem is that everybody in Morrowind is a diabetic, and given that they have a poor diet, that is certainly possible. And then our entire purpose is to manufacture, like, insulin or something. The hell is... Oh. Graphical glitch rather than great treasure. Incidentally, the way you can obtain a Daedric weapon is literally within 2 minutes walking distance in that direction. I won't be doing it though. I really don't want to be doing it. Nope. Definitely not. I guess while I'm still doing the first episode of this series, I will also point out that if you buy Scrolls of Divine or Almsivi Intervention, you'll teleport to the nearest relevant temple of that. In effect, people will say that, oh, Morrowind lacks fast travel and so it sucks, but in truth, Morrowind's fast travel is a lot more powerful and instant and flexible and varied than any of the fast travel options in the later games. Certainly by the end of this game, like even by the halfway point, I will usually put into operation a particular jumping system I developed, which essentially would let me jump to the top of that tower in one leap. And I'm essentially just bouncing around the entire world with like little super jumps like that. Not quite, 1,000 acrobatics, but still pretty powerful. Ooh, 22 athletics. Move on over.
Magic is
Chad is coming through.
Khajiit has no time for you.
Oh yeah? Then you don't need help with your report. That would be me. Has Diomedes found the mushrooms Ajira needs? Do you have all the samples? Yes. Yes, these are all good samples. Now Ajira can write the report and be a journeyman of the Mages Guild. Ajira has made some potions for you to take in return. Ajira is no great alchemist yet, but Ajira thinks you can use these. Cheap restore health potions. You're damn right I can use those. I think that would be a good point to stop. I know this is kind of a short stream, but I don't have all that much time today. So, that will have to be it. Thank you all for watching, and hopefully you'll join me next time. I will see about figuring out when that will be. Thank you for watching, everybody. Take care.